All right, so thanks for joining this live team training this afternoon. My name is PLCU PLCUX, as you all know, and in this training, I'm going to talk about how you can maximize your profits, your success rate in the PLC Ultima ecosystem going forward. So there's been a couple of changes or adjustments or introductions in the system, and it's causing a bit of a shakeup. Most people are not sure what to do. And as the saying goes, a confused mind does nothing, right? A confused mind does nothing. So if you are confused, you probably will not be able to maximize the opportunity before you. And the aim of this Zoom this afternoon is to ensure that you are not confused, all right? You would eventually make your own decisions about how you want to proceed, but it's best if you have clarity. And that's what I want to bring for us on the call today. So today we're going to talk about the dichotomy, if I can call it that, conundrum between PLCU and PLCUX. How do those two coins work together? What should you be looking out for? How should you position yourself, to take advantage of this and also prevent, making losses? How to maximize your profit in Ultima as a whole. What's the mindset? What's the kind of outlook you should have if you want to make maximum profit? The truth remains, no matter what the circumstance is, there are people, human beings like you, who are making serious money from this opportunity, from this project. You need to understand what these guys are doing right that you are not doing. You can sit back and complain. I'm just talking about life generally. We can decide to sit back and complain, or we can decide to learn what is working, learn what successful people are doing, and model after them. So even right now, with the whole switch from minting PLCU to minting PLCUX, some people are still making a killing. What are these people doing? And what can you do from where you are? All right, and we're going to talk about why I believe strongly that PLCU will still hit $100,000 in price. Yeah, the original PLCU coin that most of us are holding is still going to skyrocket. So we're going to cover that today, and I will give you some action steps, what you can do from where you are. If you are a new member, new partner, if you are an existing partner, you're holding a huge bag of PLCU and you don't know what to do, you think it's losing value, I'm going to show you what I think you should do. All right, and this is not financial advice. I can't give you financial advice. I can suggest to you what I would do, and I would show you what I'm doing right now that is working for me. I'll show you what the leaders are doing, but ultimately you are going to make your own decision as to how you want to, go ahead with this. So the first thing we are going to talk about, let me just talk a little about mindset first of all. There's a reason why some people are perpetually broke. There's a reason why some people are perpetually struggling. And there's a reason why some people can never be broke anymore. All right. It starts in the mind. Most times, a lot of people that come into opportunities, you see, when things are going good, it's all fine. Everybody's happy. Everybody's your friend. But when things turn sour or when there are rocky storms, challenges, that's when your true test of character comes. That's when your true test of knowledge comes. And I've always said this over this previous couple of months, that wealth is created in the down times, not in the good times. Real wealth is created in recessions. That's the best time to start a business, the best time to invest to get the highest returns. Everybody's complaining about PLC, going down to $1,000. But do you know that the people that profited the most from PLCU were those who bought at $1,000? So when people should be looking at the glass as half full, they're looking at it as half empty. And that's just because of the lack of understanding. So while some people are stockpiling PLCU right now, others are complaining and trying to sell off their PLCU as fast as possible. It's a mindset thing. And if you don't, get rid of that poverty mindset or that scarcity mindset, you are always going to be on the same level. So we're going to talk about that, but I wish and I hope, and I know that I can't help everybody. I've stopped trying to do that because it's holding me back as well. All right, those who are going to succeed are going to succeed. They will make up their minds and they will get with the program. Others will complain. Unfortunately, there is the 80-20 Pareto principle. 80% of people will not take action, they will not succeed, they will complain, and they will sit down and do nothing, while 20% are going to learn what is necessary, they will do whatever it takes, and they will create results. That's just a principle of life. So I'm aware that that also plays out even in PLC Ultima. The difference, though, is that PLC Ultima community has a much higher ratio of success than any other business opportunity I've ever been a part of. So I've been in the affiliate marketing, network marketing space for over 10 years, or right about 10 years, since 2012 till now. Online marketing, digital marketing, opportunity, affiliate programs, and really the percentage of people that actually make, let's say, $10,000 and above is always next to nothing. We're talking like maybe 0.01% of any opportunity. And these are legally disclaimed disclaimed facts. All right, these companies publish this information out, so it's clear. But when you come to PLC Ultima, the amount of people that are earning $10,000 per month and above is extremely high. We're having over 4,500 diamonds. And diamonds are not just people earning $10,000 a month. I'm saying people that are earning, 50,000, 100,000 and above. All right. But even before you get to diamond rank in the business, now I'm talking about the business. Before you get to diamond rank, you probably are earning, some good amount of income. As an emerald, if you're working the team, you can be earning $5,000 in a month, $3,000 in a month. There's so much money being made, and like it's unheard of. Okay, but if you are not making money, if you are not succeeding, then you need to find out what you are doing wrong. But I'm not here to talk about the business. I want to talk about the PLC Ultima project, the coin, the price, and just to bring some clarity and show you how you can position yourself. So the first thing I'm going to talk about today is the PLCU stroke PLCUX relationship. What's the relationship between these two coins? You've all heard it, even though you may not believe, you've heard it, that PLCUX is just an extension of PLCU. And the sole reason for starting PLCUX was because Binance asked us to remove the affiliate marketing from the coin. They don't want it to be a network coin or a community coin or a marketing coin. Before they will agree to list PLCU, they want it to be free from marketing, such that it's what we call a standalone fundamental coin, just like Bitcoin or Ethereum. They don't want us to be able to say, oh, we gifted people coins. Like, where did the coins come from? They want it to be a strictly market coin. And around August or so, that switch was made, and PLCU farms are not being sold any longer. All right. So, but we still want to have the minting opportunity where people can come in, because that's what the business is, majorly focused on, the business side. All right. People are coming in for passive income, and we want to give them that opportunity. Okay, so that's where PLCUX comes from, because the only thing PLCUX does in our system is minting. That's the only thing it does. So what we could not do with PLCU that we had to stop, they just transferred it to this new coin, and is called a layer 2 coin. It's not on the same level with PLCU. So, as I said, when you come into this system, you begin to learn a lot about blockchain. You will learn about crypto. You will learn about money, finance. You will learn about sales, marketing, leadership. and you are learning a fundamental lesson in crypto. This is not new at all. All right, I've been in cryptocurrencies for 6 good years. And there's something called, there's a difference between a coin and a token. All right. PLCUX is actually a coin because it has its own blockchain, but it's a layer 2 blockchain. What that means is that we have PLCU, which is the main blockchain, just the way you have Ethereum as the main blockchain. Then we now have like a sub layer under this blockchain. They're connected, but we have a sub layer. And PLCUX is called a layer 2 blockchain. And why do we usually have the layer 2 blockchain is because there may be some things that we cannot do on the major blockchain that we can now do them on the second level. So for example, let's take Bitcoin, right, as an instance. The blockchain for Bitcoin, the money, the code and everything for Bitcoin is already fixed. And the Bitcoin Foundation, which are the group of people that control that blockchain, they may not want to, right now, they do not want to adjust that code. They don't want to tamper with it. So they are holding that code as sacrosanct. But there are some things that people want to be able to do. For example, they complain that Bitcoin is very slow, probably one of the slowest blockchains out there. All right, you can do a transaction and it will get transferred the next day or even 2 days time if the network is jammed. But people want to be able to use Bitcoin for transactions. So what can they do? They can create a second layer under the major Bitcoin blockchain. And this second layer, they can do all the maneuvering and manipulation they want to do, such that when you move your Bitcoin from here to the second layer, it will be another token, not Bitcoin itself, but you can translate it or swap it. And on this second layer, you can do anything you want to do. Maybe it can be transferred in 1 second, but by the time it gets to the other person, that person can now switch it back to Bitcoin, to layer 1. So you step down from layer 1 to layer 2, you do anything you want to do, and then you come back to layer 1, all right, to preserve the value, to get the token. So that's how a layer 2 blockchain works. And that's what PLCUX is. So the only thing you can do is minting. It's not a store of value. In fact, from my understanding, PLCUX is probably not going to go beyond 100 PLCU. PLCUX may not go beyond 100 PLCU. All right, because PLCUX is a layer 2 coin. It's going to be very volatile. So you may find that PLCUX can go back to 10 PLCU. As at this morning, 1 PLCUX is 96 PLCU. All right. But if people start taking profits in the system, or if the demand side of PLCU starts kicking in, you may find that PLCUX will be reducing drastically, and it may just be going like this. You understand? So the main store of value is still PLCU. PLCU is going to be going up gradually as the system takes off, but PLCUX is going to be very volatile. So we need to understand, the relationship. The other thing we need to know is 1 PLCUX is going to be fixed at $100,000 price. So there's nothing like I want to keep my money in PLCUX because I want, I want to be holding PLCU. There's no reason to hold PLCUX. That's not the purpose. The purpose of PLCUX is not a store of value. It's strictly a minting token for passive income. You mint the PLCUX and you transfer it to PLCU. So nobody should be holding PLCUX in their wallet. If you're not minting it, move it to PLCU so you can use it, as store of value. You can keep it, or you can use it for the cashback or use it for anything. PLCUX does not have any utility. All right. So let's understand, because there's a misconception that, oh, they have abandoned PLCU for PLCUX. It's not being abandoned. All right. PLCUX does not have any use case. The only thing you can do with X is to mint it, and you can transfer that money back. In fact, you cannot trade PLCUX for any other coin except for PLCU. Somebody may be saying that, so what's the essence? The essence is What we could not do with PLCU, we just created a sideline so that we can continue our minting and then we transfer it back to PLCU. That's the idea. All right. So one PLCUX is going to be fixed at 100,000 price for the next 24 months. What does that mean? Between PLC and PLCU, there's going to be a system equilibrium. If PLC goes up, PLCU will come, if PLCU goes up, PLCUX will come down. All right. And I'm going to be calling the coin X for short. All right. I will refer to PLCUX as X going forward. So if PLCU goes up, X will come down. If PLCU comes down, X is going up. So it's going to be equilibrium such that at any point in time, 1X is going to be equal to $100,000. There is something called impermanent loss. Impermanent loss in crypto or in business means that, let's say you bought PLCU, you now converted your money from PLCU to PLCUX. So you are minting, you are holding, but PLCUX price now crashes to like 10 cents. So even if you are minting 60% per month, after 12 months, 12 months, 7.2 or 720% of 10 cents is just 72 cents. All right. So even if you mint, if the price of PLCUX crashes, you are still in a loss. That's called impermanent loss, because in PLCUX, you may be holding a billion coins, but that coins is worth nothing. That by the time you convert it back to PLCU, is worth nothing. That's called impermanent loss. All right. But by pegging them, PLCU and PLCUX, to have an equilibrium, even if PLCUX price goes down, which eventually it will, PLCU will go up. So by the time you convert it, it's still going to have the same value. If PLCUX goes up, then PLCU will come down. So by the time you convert it, it will still be the same value. And I've given you an example here. If, as at this morning, roughly 100 PLCU is equal to 1 PLCUX, roughly. All right. So, but if PLCUX is equal to 100 PLCU, that means if 1X equals to 100 PLCU, then that means PLCU price is around $1,000. And if you check the price this morning, it's around 1,050 or something like that. If PLCUX price goes to 50 PLCU, that means it drops. That means PLCU price has doubled. If PLCUX price is 10, that means PLCU is $10,000. But at any point in time, one PLCUX is going to be equal to $100,000, because you can see 100 times 1,000 will give you 100,000. 50 times $2,000 will give you $100,000. 10 times $10,000 will give you $100,000. So at any point in time for the next 24 months, that this peg is going to be there, the value of PLCUX is going to be $100,000. But the other thing we need to consider is that while all this is going on, the supply of PLCU is being reduced, every day. The supply is being reduced. So through burning, through freezing, whatever, the price is being reduced. So even though we are saying this is going to happen, the PLCU itself is going to get more valuable. And as PLCU gets more valuable, what does that mean? The price of PLCUX will be reducing. So where I expect that the price of X will reduce. That's why I said, do not hold your money in X. All right. Put the X in your farm, mint it, because really the coin you are holding is PLCU. But because you want to mint, you move it to X, you mint it, you make money, you transfer it back to PLCU. PLCU is still the fundamental token for this project. I hope that is clear. All right, so let me give you an example here now. Okay, let's do this. So there's a misconception that PLC is being abandoned. All right. And let me talk a little about this. You know, if you came here some years ago, we had what we call PLC. That's the first coin that we had. It was that's platinum coin that we started with. But obviously, the company, in a bid to grow and attract people, they had, number one, they made some mistakes with that coin. The supply was too much. So the maximum supply of PLC, of platinum coin, was 606 million coins. All right, 606 million coins. That was the maximum supply of PLC, of platinum coin. And the first thing you should understand, because it's not an issue of whether this project is legitimate or not. We have crossed that. I hope by now you know that this is not a game project. It's not an unserious, not a fictitious project, because this blockchain is still running. The platinum coin, some of you on this call, you may be hearing this for the first time, platinumcoin.info. This is a legacy blockchain. This was what we started with. And this blockchain is still running. Can you see transactions are still happening? 6 seconds ago, 10 seconds, people are still minting this coin for the next 10 years with their farm. I still have my PLC farm. I have like 1,000 coins in it. All right. But what I'm trying to let you know is this project, there were some mistakes. And number one, the maximum supply was too high. So let's go to CoinMarketCap. All right, so you can see the price is 0.1, like 14 cents. And the maximum supply is, okay, 722. All right. Now, as at when I got started, it was around 600 million, the total supply, or the max supply here, 600 million. But what happened, what they did was, in a bid to attract leaders, to keep people in the system, they were gifting people coins. They were gifting people coins. So, you know, as the way they do promo. So a lot of people had millions of coins. People had hundreds of thousands of coins, all right, that they were going to be able to cash in maybe in 3 years' time or 4 years' time, something like that. So by the time this system started taking off, this is just full disclosure. By the time this project started taking off, not even here, you see this? By the time it started taking off, the people that had thousands and millions of coins just started cashing out. Because if your coin goes from 0 to 60, you know, and you're having millions of the coin, you are a billionaire. So people started cashing out. And even when the coin dropped, thousands of people still had so much coin. So the coin became too heavy that any innovation that comes, you see, anytime it tries to go up, people just sell off. And that is still happening till today. Anytime the price goes up, you can see from 0.2 here to 1.6. That is an incredible return. 0.2 to 1.6 is actually 8x. If you put $1,000 here, by here you already have $8,000. So people are still making money from this, people that are trading or flipping. But the idea is, for this coin to grow, all these people that have their coins, they have to offload it. They have to offload it, all right, first, so that the coin can be live. But that's going to take some time. But because this company wanted to continue innovating, they now decided to create a new coin, which is now PLC Ultima. All right, PLC, and you can see it's trading at $1,000 today. So the error they made with the first coin, they first corrected that one here. The maximum supply of this coin is 11 million, not 700 million. So at the end of the project, we're not going to have too many coins. As even as of now, we have 1.1 million coins that has been minted. Out of these 1.1 million coins that has been minted, we have burnt. Let's go to the blockchain so that we can see how many coins we have burnt. So 1.1 million has been minted, but we have burnt 506,000. So only 625,000 coins are in circulation. Oh, someone says they can't see. Wow, my bad. I was sharing my slide. Okay, I was showing you the P Platinum Coin blockchain. I came here first and I was telling you that the transactions are still showing. If you click on any one, so you can see this blockchain is still live. This is a real life transaction. Transaction fees are still there. So my Platinum Coin farm is still minting. All right. And I'll come back to that. But you know, trying to correct. Okay, I also showed you the Platinum Coin page on CoinMarketCap. You can see the total supply 722 million. So the price, the maximum supply is too high. It's too high. So they created the PLC Ultima to correct the mistakes of the first one. All right. And the total supply of the maximum supply of PLC Ultima is 11 million. All right. But we have minted, you can see it, we have minted 1.1 million, but the circulating supply that is actually available out there is 625,000. That's the one in your wallet, the one in your farm, the one on the exchange is 625,000 PLC. And because we have already burnt about 506,000, you can see that there, they are burnt. So this is what is available. All right. So why did I show you this? Just to let you know there's a progression. These guys are experts, but they also can make mistakes. They are learning, they are improving, and they are delivering. And they are 100% transparent. I don't know any other CEO that gives daily updates. Alex has said he's going to drop a video for us sometime today. Okay, so let us move ahead. I just showed you this for some extra clarity. So I wanted to give you this illustration. Your misconception is that, so, okay, let me first say this. You see that the switch from PLC to PLC Ultima is not the same thing as, you know, PLCUX coming in. We are not switching from PLC Ultima to PLCUX. That's not what we are doing. All right. PLCUX is just the minting extension. Everything we are building is built on PLC Ultima, and that's not going to change. It's PLC Ultima that will go to Binance and the other exchanges. PLCUX is the only way you'll be able to get it is swapping it for PLC. Okay, so let's go back to this, my example. All right, so I said that people feel PLC is being abandoned and is crashing because everyone is selling their PLC Ultima to buy PLCUX. But understand this, for every one PLCU that is sold to PLCUX, 7.2 PLCU will be bought in return. I'm going to explain that. So it's just a matter of game theory. Yes, now people are selling PLC to PLCUX, but for every sell that you have, you're going to have a corresponding buy of 7.2 sometime in the future. And that will come either every month as people are cashing out their X into PLCU because they cannot hold X, all right? Except they want to compound. And if they are compounding, they are all just increasing this multiple that they will buy back. I hope we get that. So how does this work? So let's assume you want to mint passive income. You buy your minter. You buy your PLCU first because you want to buy X. So if you sell one PLCU to X, you're going to get 0.01X. All right, so that's your 1X selling pressure of one PLC. Now, the first thing that happens here is that the cost of the minter, so the PLCUX minter that you are buying, you may have, if you bought it with PLCU, that PLCU that you used to buy the minter, the PLCUX minter, is going to be burnt. So if you bought light minter, 110 euros of PLCU is burnt. If you bought basic, 1,100 euros is burnt. 100% of that money is burnt. So that's buying pressure in the back end. All right. Now you put the coins in the minter and you freeze for 12 months and you are minting 60%, all right, per month or 59%, whatever it is. But for creating that contract, 1% of PLCU is burnt as gas. All right, 1%. So that's buying pressure. It's small, but for every transaction, anybody that buys X and freezes, that person is burning PLCU. So it's reducing the supply in the market because you actually have to buy the PLCU and put it in your farm for you to create the smart contract. So those of us that have the PLCU X meter already know about this. Now, if you decide to, after getting your X, you want to compound, what are you going to do? You have to either, if you see a space in your farm, create another smart contract. So you're still going to burn 1% to create that second smart contract. But or if you want to expand your farm, you may use your coins to buy another farm. And if you do that, you have to pay with PLCU, not PLCUX. You pay with PLCU. That PLCU is burnt, taken out of circulation. All right. So, but let's say you decide to sell it to PLCU. Now, this is where the demand comes in. At the initial point, you had selling pressure. But when you're trying to cash out your PLCUX, that's buying pressure for PLCU. So whatever you think you lost, when people are selling their PLCU to get X, you are going to get 7.2 times. That is in 12 months, you will get 7.2X of that pressure on the opposite direction. So as a program creator, as a CEO, Alex is thinking of something that is sustainable. In the short term, you may be complaining that, oh, the price is going down. But if the price is going down by this much, it's going to go up by that much. It's just a matter of time. Except mathematics is wrong. Okay? This is just pure mathematics. Because when you convert to X, you can multiply X at a very fast rate. By the time you want to convert that X back to PLCU, you need more PLCU coins. You need more PLCU coins to convert your X. So that's taking more coins from the market. That's buying pressure. All right. Now, what's going to happen after you convert your coins to PLCU? You can decide you want to use it for cashback. Instead of cashing it out to Naira, why not just whatever you want to do, use it the cash back so you can get your 100% back. So if you freeze it in cash back, you've taken it out of circulation for 12 months. Because if you use that to buy the cashback voucher, the cashback voucher freezes that amount for 12 months. So you've taken it out of circulation. That is also, demand. So that's reducing supply. All right, which is what we want. You can decide to hold on to it in your wallet. That's your PLCU now. If you're holding it in your wallet, you are also taking it off the exchange. That is reducing the selling pressure. You can decide to use it to purchase more minters if you want to compound. And again, what did I tell you? If you are purchasing more minters, all the coins you use to purchase the minter is going to be burnt. It's not just taken out of circulation, it's burnt, it's never coming back. It's going to the bond wallet. Okay. Or the last thing you can do is to sell it. So you actually need your Naira. So let's say 75% in this, my example, I know there are more things you can do, but let's just say 75% of that PLCU is going to be retained, while 25% may decide to cash it out. But when people really understand the cashback, people don't still get it. When they understand how to use it, nobody is going to want to cash out their PLCU. Because I've told you guys right from last year that we started this team, that where we are going to is a position where you do not need to sell your coins. That is the idea in Alex's mind, because wealth is in ownership. And wealthy people don't sell their assets. What they do is they leverage their assets to access any kind of value that they want. So let's say you have a house. A poor man wants to sell the house or sell the land so he can get money to pay school fees or treat himself. But a wealthy person looks for how to collateralize that property and get a loan. So he still owns the property, but he can access money that he needs. So he doesn't want to sell the property because it's going to increase in value. So when people understand that this PLCU is here for the long haul, is only going to increase in value, they will rather use that even if it is at the low price, they can use the PLCU as a cashback. All the cashback does is going to freeze your PLCU for 12 months. It is still with you. It's your money. And obviously in 12 months time, the projection is that we would have skyrocketed or at least increased tremendously in price. So by the time you are getting your cash back in the same PLCU, it's going to be at a higher price, but you would have gotten the device or the product that you wanted to buy. So why would you want to sell your coins? So people are always going to be either using the cash back or compounding with more minters. And what does that mean for the price? Price is going to keep going up. So I hope that gives us some clarity, okay? If you don't understand what I mean in terms of the ecosystem, I just did a little bit of illustration here. Your layer 1 blockchain, all right, for every transaction that is done in PLCUX, even your transaction fee, we've not talked about that. 1% of the transaction fee is going to be settled in PLCU. 1% of every PLCUX transaction, it goes to buy PLCU in the background and burn it. So that one is going on. If I send you PLCUX, or even if I send you PLCU itself, the PLCU itself, 1% is going to be burnt. If you want to buy the debit card right now, you are going to have to buy it with PLCU. So those people that want to buy our debit cards, they will buy it with PLCU. And what happens to the PLCU? That they are the price of the PLCU when there's demand for the coin in order to buy the card. Those guys don't care about the price. They are not investors. They just want to come and buy the card. So for example, I was talking with a friend of mine last week, Friday. I went to visit him on the island and he's a developer, and I told him about the card and he was interested. I showed him my own card and he said, I would like to have this card. It looks like I won't have any CBN issue transferring money with the banking system and everything. When that my friend wants to buy his own card, he doesn't care whether the price is $2,000 or $1,000 or $10,000. He's going to convert his 1,650 euros for the card into PLCU, and he's going to use that PLCU to pay for the card. That is buying pressure. All right, that's buying pressure. Platinum deal. Anything you are buying here, you are paying with PLCU. You're not paying with dollars. All right, you're paying with PLCU. So that's buying pressure. Our crowdfunding platform, when it goes live, all the projects are going to be done in PLCU. So PLCU is going to be frozen. All right, so that's taking it out of circulation. Okay. Our fiat exchange is going to create serious demand for PLCU because traders are going to want to hold PLCU in their wallet so they can use PLCU for their transaction fees. People are going to be staking PLCU on the exchange or trying to get it. So it's just an incredible buying pressure. PLCU travel platform is going to be buying pressure for PLCU. The cashback program I already explained is going to freeze PLCU for 12 months. All right, taking it out of circulation. Your PLCUX minting technology, I already explained, you need PLC for the gas fee. And also I explained the 7.2 buying pressure or demand multiple that is going to come when you eventually want to cash out your PLCUX. So this is a numbers game and it's just a matter of time. Okay, so I hope you understand that. Don't worry, I'm going to take some questions so that everybody is on the same page. Now, if you want to, because I'm talking about burning, somebody may be feeling like, oh, I beg, maybe we don't even know whether this burning thing is real. If you want to see the burn wallet, just go to plcultima.info, all right, and you will see it here. This is burning wallet. So it's a link. If you can click on it, it's going to take you to the burn wallet, and you can see, right, live this minute transactions are happening. This is 11:47 GMT. We are in GMT +1, so we are 1 hour ahead. So you can see right this minute, so somebody did a transaction. Either is freezing in his farm. Yeah, I think he's freezing because you can see minted coins. So this person is freezing. Oh, that's gone away. Let me go back. All right. Okay. Okay, this is a new transaction. Another new transaction. Can you see this one just came in right now? It just came in right now. So this one I was showing you. So this is a 12-month minting. Can you see the person froze 0.52 and the minting for the next 12 months is here 0.18, 0.18 for the next 12 months. But because of this minting, 0.02 was frozen as the gas fee. And you can see that is frozen in PLCU. All right. Okay, this person is even freezing PLCU, not PLCUX. So this is PLCU, and you can see every minute. This is bond wallet. Any money that enters this wallet is not coming out. All right. So this is the bond wallet, and you can see the total amount. You can see total received 506,700. Total sent 0. Money cannot come out of this bond wallet. It can only go inside. So it's a bottomless pit. So let's go back to our slide. So why do I think PLCU will hit $100,000 again? One is because it's game theory. Everything I explained to you is game theory. The game of business and wealth and investing is game theory. You are going to make an action and then you are going to predict or project that people are going to react a certain way. Now, Alex may have, maybe when we started this company, Alex may have thought, oh, if I give people coins for free, I'm going to incentivize them to be committed and to stay with the project. And I'm going to expect them to be responsible so that they will not offload all their coins at once. But it's game theory. The people held the coins, but when the price boomed, those people became emotional and they started selling off. So you can't control the market. You can only create the conditions for success. The community will still decide, through their herd mentality or their collective action, whether the thing will proceed or progress or not. What you have to do as the developer or the business owner is to give enough conditions, create enough conditions and an atmosphere that ensures that the project will be sustainable and will increase over time. So this is game theory. If 1% of PLCU is burned at gas for all smart contracts and transactions with PLCUX, if 100% of PLCU coins from the sold licenses, that's the people buying farms, for minting PLCUX is burnt, if part of the PLCU is frozen in cashback, is frozen in farms for 12 months, if PLCUX is only sold for PLCU, that means the demand for PLCU never ends. All right. The combination of these 4 factors will raise the price of PLCU to 100K. All right. And I cannot tell you it will happen in the next 3 months or in the next 6 months or in the next 12 months. What I know is if this continues to happen, if demand is increasing, remember, we're also going from 1.5 million users to 10 million users. So just imagine the amount of transaction volume that is happening and we are burning the coin. All right. If all the tokenomics are right this time, the supply is not too high, people don't have too many coins with them, all right, it is a no-brainer. It is almost guaranteed that it will happen, except something out of this world, happens. So my advice to us is to focus on fundamentals. The question is, do the products and technology work? The answer is yes. Is your farm working? When I say working, when you freeze your money, does it freeze? Does the technology actually work? In 30 days time, does it drop the coin? That is technology working. Does the blockchain work? When you freeze a coin, can you see the transaction immediately, or are they manually inputting it? All right. When you load your card, your money on the card, and you put it in a POS, does it work? Does the debit card work? Does the cashback work? If all these technology are working, that's yes. Is the development and leadership team delivering on the roadmap? We were talking about the card. If you know how many years we waited for this card, the card eventually came last year, and late last year. We've been waiting for the cashback, waiting for the real estate and car programs. Eventually, they launched it last month. All right, so Alex is delivering. The technical side, the development team are delivering. Is adoption growing or slowing? Adoption is growing. We saw the sales over 1.1 billion euros in the last 10 months. Well, we've not even finished the year. So adoption is growing. People are getting interested. Now that we have proof, the market can actually kick into action. Will this project be more relevant, more or less relevant 12 to 24 months from now? Your guess is as good as mine. With the economic uncertainty, people are going to be rushing to places they can save money, or they can make money, or they can invest for passive income. And this community gives people those three opportunities. So focus on the fundamental. If you focus on price, you are going to be short-sighted. And short-sighted people never make it in business or investment or wealth or in the market. I guarantee you, if you are focusing on price, you are short-sighted. All right. Am I insensitive to what is happening now? People are scared because, or they are not happy because, you know, the value of their portfolio is going down. But the value of every single investor's portfolio has dropped. Mark Zuckerberg lost $30 billion of his net worth this year in the space of like a week. $30 billion. That's one person, his personal net worth. I saw Microsoft is at an all-time low. You can go and check. Facebook's an all-time low. That's in the 12-month cycle. They are all at the low. Meta is at the low. Facebook's at the low. Most companies are trading at their lowest price in the last 12 months. Crypto is even worse. And it's not going to get better anytime soon. The US government still wants to raise interest rates. The UK government still wants to raise interest rates. Our Naira is still devaluing. So please put things in perspective. But you need to understand what you can do so that you are not on the receiving end or not on the victim end of the market, because they are always victims. For every winner you see in the market, they are victims. PLC Ultima is trying to create an atmosphere where everybody can win. So if you are saying that your portfolio is down, it's not only your portfolio that is down. Dr. Faber's portfolio is down. My portfolio is down. The top leaders' portfolios are down. Are we complaining? Imagine you had $1,000 and your $1,000 is now worth $100. What of the person that had $100 million and is now worth $1 million? How do you think the person feels? If we are to go by emotions. So you cannot react emotionally. All right. So all those outbursts on the group are unnecessary. I understand, I empathize, I understand the emotion, but you cannot be ruled by emotion in the market. The market does not care about your emotions. It cares about your smart logic, your decisions that you make. So look for how you can position yourself to profit rather than lose from the market. All right. I always tell you guys, and I've done the training many times, you cannot be successful investing in anything if you have not solved your income problem, your income challenge. That's your main problem. It's not PLC Ultima. The problem is that you need money now, and that money you were banking on from your farm, you are going to sell it at a loss if you sell it now. That's your main problem. Your main problem is not that the price is low. It's the problem is that you need money now. So why not solve that money problem and let your investment grow? If you have stocks, shares in any company, almost any company in Nigeria now, your portfolio is in the red. If you bought stocks at any time in the year, by now your portfolio is in the red, whether internationally or locally. The problem comes when you need money and you want to sell your assets. You are going to have to be forced to sell at a loss. So put yourself in a position where you are not hard-pressed for cash. You cannot run away from it. That's why I advise to get involved in the business. If you're getting involved in the business, you are going to make money. You will not be hard-pressed for money. I can assure you, if you are making money from the business, you will not be too bothered about the coins in your wallet. You will not even be bothered about the price. And the second thing that will happen is that because you are actively building the community, you are positively contributing to the increase. Most of us here, we've not told a single soul of this business. You want to eat the money secretly. But for your coin to go up, do you know that other people had to share the idea and bring people in so that they can buy the coin? They can invest. They can add their own. That's what you are waiting for. But you have to do your part. The good thing is that you are going to be compensated heavily for that. So why are we not going out there? Why are we not getting out of our comfort zone to make the money? I tell guys, this is literally the next thing to picking up money on the floor. There is no other business that is as simple as this. Selling a product that brings money, saving and getting 100% cash back. What else do you want to sell that is more enticing or exciting than that? So focus on fundamentals, please, please, please. So let's end by saying, talking about how you can gain. This is my last slide, I believe. What should you do right now? Number one, don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. Most people are stuck, and the confused mind does nothing. If you are confused, you won't do anything. A lot of people are confused, and the sad thing is that they are confused and they don't even want to get information. I would have thought that this Zoom will have not less than 30, 40 people, because we have 240 people on my Telegram group, and we're just having 8 or 9 people. We're having about 7 people here. So people are stuck, but they're not ready to put in the work. They're not ready to invest, sacrifice time. So that's not my fault. A lot of people are complaining on the group, but every week I do trainings, I do Zooms, and I tell you guys what I am doing. But you are not on the Zoom to hear, to adjust, and you are not going to go back and watch the replay. You cannot be in crypto. You can't be in any investment market and just sit on the sidelines and fold your arms and expect to be profitable. You will have to make adjustments. You need to know the right time to buy, right time to sell. Even when you are selling, you need to know how much profit to take, how much to put back. Investing is not a passive game. So much more in crypto. You have to adjust. If PLCU did not make all these adjustments, the project will be dead by now. You are complaining the price is low, the project will be dead. If we did not switch to PLCUX, if we didn't do all those adjustments, the project will be dead. If we didn't move from PLC to PLCU, people are complaining that, oh, they abandoned. If we did not do that adjustment, the project will be dead. So what are we talking about? You have to get with the tide. Don't swim against the tide. People are complaining, they are being negative. That's our Telegram group, or most of the groups. There are new people coming on that place to learn. People are doing the hard work to move people into the group, to share the idea, to expand the community so that the price will grow. But some of us, short-sighted, selfish, I'm sorry to use the word, but that's the truth. A lot of selfish people are bad-mouthing the same project that they want to profit from. And the people that are coming into the group to learn about the project, they now become discouraged. So we are killing ourselves with our own mouth. So don't swim against the tide. If you don't believe in a project, you can leave. You can leave the groups. You understand? You can count your losses and move on. Most people here have lost money. I've lost millions in crypto before I came here. There was a reason why I decided to sell my entire crypto portfolio and move it into PLC Ultima 2 years ago. I don't own any single crypto apart from this right now. I sold at the top of the market and I moved it here. So I believe in the project and I'm actively contributing. You will never hear me talk bad about the project, even if there are challenges, because I know The leaders have integrity and the vision is clear and they are delivering. So why should I act against that? It's only going to hurt me. It won't hurt the project. I'm the one that will lose. Go with the flow. One of the things I know that leaders are the people that are making money in this business, in this project, they are going with the flow. You can sit back and say, oh, now they have brought a new coin. They want to abandon the old one. The leaders, the people that are in with the project, that are committed to the vision, they have moved on. We are not abandoning PLCU, but they are trying to make adjustments to ensure that they are still on top. That's why they are the leaders. That's why they are successful. So go with the flow and do what the successful people are doing. What will it cost you to actually get with the program? Think long-term, understand the vision, and follow suit. Don't be stuck in your own mind. Think long-term. All right. Number 2, this is an action step. This is what I'm going to do and what I'm doing. Split up. If you are a PLCU hodler, hodler means you are holding on to the coin for the long term. So you've been minting PLCU for the last 3 months to 6 months to 1 year, and you are keeping it because you know it's going to go up. You believe it's going to go up. What should you do? I don't believe you should, at this moment, keep your PLCU. Now you can do that because, as I said, if you have removed your income dependency, you have sorted that problem, you will not be hard-pressed to sell your coins. So you can actually just close your eyes for now and check back in 6 months. All right, check back in a year or something like that, or 3 months or whatever. So you can actually do that. Okay. But the other thing you can do, which is what I'm doing, if you have coins, let's say you have coins worth $1 million naira in your wallet right now, but the thing is losing value. I will split that coin today, right now, into 2. I will use half of it to buy PLCUX. Even if you don't want to mint, well, I don't see the reason not to mint right now. All right. I think that's the best thing you can be doing now. But if you split your coin in PLCU and PLCUX 50-50, if PLCUX keeps dropping, then PLCUX, if PLCU keeps dropping, then X will be going up. So you will never lose. You will stop any bleeding. Even if you are not sure what you want to do yet, you're not sure if you want to buy the farm, you're not sure if you want to sell off, right? But you know you have 1 million, your coins is whatever value. Split it because there's that equilibrium. So the dollar value of your portfolio will not reduce, but also it will not increase because if one goes up and now come down, it only buys you time to decide what you want to do. So you can do that right away. If you are a hodler, you have PLCU in your wallet. The next thing I would recommend to you, which is what I am already doing, my 50% that I'm putting in PLCUX, I'm not keeping it in my wallet. I use my cash to buy PLCUX farm, not my coins. All right, that's the most ideal scenario. All right, I will rather use cash to buy the coin so that I'm only switching my coin to X so I can mint. I'm not selling it off. If I use my coins to buy the farm, it means I sold my coin at that price to fiat value to buy the farm. All right. So the most ideal scenario is for me to use my cash, Naira or USDT, to buy the farm and then put that PLCUX inside the farm. So that way, the value of my portfolio is retained, but I can mint more coins. Are you getting my point? So I'm minting more coins, and then every month at my 58%, I can convert it back to PLCUX or PLCU, or I can compound. That is the next step you can do. The next thing you can do is, if you don't want to, because I have some people that don't want to put more money, like you are already overexposed and you don't want to add any more money, it's fine. That your 50% that you put in PLCUX, divide it into 30-70 or whatever it is, use part of it to buy a PLCUX farm and put the balance in. All right. You cannot lose that way. You can't lose. You cannot lose. you will only gain because you are minting more, and the value you are minting is already fixed for the next 2 years. So you are just going to be increasing whatever X you have at 50% per month. All right, so I hope that is clear. I think the way I explained it is very clear. You don't, I was going to do a live example, but the whole idea is, let's say you have, okay, let's just do one. Let's say you have, let's say $1,000, all right, in PLCU. Right now, I will say split into, okay, that's 5,000 PLCU and 5,000 PLCUX. I will do that first. I will now take this 5,000 PLCUX, all right, and then buy. So I will look at, okay, what farm will allow me to freeze 5,000. Let me look at the price list. Okay, so I know that basic, if X is $100,000, so basic is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, so $2,000 I can freeze here. So if I buy basic at 1,100, I can freeze $2,000 in it. So that means I can freeze, I will need 3,000. So I'll buy one basic and freeze 2,000. All right, so that's 1K and freeze 2,000, so which would be 3K total. So I see I have 2,000 left. I will look for another one. The next one is starter, is 550, and I can freeze $1,000. So that means I will also buy one starter at okay, this is 1,100. So that's 550 and freeze 1K. So that's 1,550. You get the point. So it will be left with 500, and you can now do maybe a light, because light will allow you to freeze 200 and 100. So that's 300, something like that. So I'll buy one basic, one starter. Just find a way to freeze all that, buy the farm and freeze the coins. What that would do for you is that every month now you are frozen. So let's say you now buy the light, one light at 110 and freeze 200. So your total is 310. All right, and this one is 3,100. All right, so your total exposure is 3,100 plus 1,550. Obviously, there's a little bit of plus and minus, but 4,960. So we have almost frozen the total. All right, it's 4,960. So what's gonna happen? This is the, oh no, that's the total capital. But let's say total frozen, your coins, is 2K plus 1K. That's 3,000 plus 2. So that's 3,200. Is total frozen. And you are getting how much per month? 58%, 57.5% monthly is what? 3,200 times 1,840. Can you see that? So instead of just keeping your money in your wallet, I would have been going down every month, split it into 2, and half this your 5,000. When you buy the farm, you still have your 3,200 coins frozen for 12 months. But every month you are making 1,840. So that's like what? Let me see how many percent that is. 36% monthly is what you are making on your total money that you put into the X. On this 50%, you are making 33% monthly. And if you want to check that as a percentage of the total portfolio, 1,840 divided by 10,000, you're making 18% monthly. Like, you can't lose. 18% monthly on your money is still crazy in this economy. Anywhere, there's nothing that can give you 18% monthly. Are you getting the point? So I'm going to end the training there. We're over 1 hour already. I will take some questions. I will stop the recording, and then we'll take some questions so that we can call it a day.